Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new, and welcome to week 11 weigh-in. Week 11 weigh-in. Real quick, I want to mention I am actually in week 12 and you guys are seeing this when I am in week 13. So if you guys want early access to my videos and you want to see my progress as it is happening, I have a channel membership. You guys will get early access to my videos. It's linked down below in the description box. If you like this video, make sure you thumbs it up. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Now, let's go ahead and get into some things. We got some non-scale victories to share this week. It is the start of week 11. I'm on Tuesday, and I put these jeans on. And when I tell you, when I put them on and I said, these jeans have not fit like this, and I can't even tell you when. Like, it has been that long. Like, I don't even know when I did 75 hard back in 2021, I believe it was. I don't think that these jeans fit that good then. They may have. But it's been a minute. I mean, they fit me like a glove. There is no tightness. I can bend and do like all the things. Look at my high kick, y'all. I get my leg up there pretty high. Anyways, and then I turned to the side today and I was like, I mean, yes, there is still a stomach. Like, I'm just feeling way more confident and it feels amazing. So I had to share this non-scale victory with you guys because these jeans are some of my favorite jeans, and I'm just so excited because I have so many other pairs of jeans that I have been dying to get down into that are in my son's closet, that are in the dresser in there. They're just all over. There's probably like 5, 6, I don't know, maybe 10. They used to be pretty high. But there are so many that I want to get into. I'm just like so excited. So I'm just so excited. This is one of those days where I looked at myself and said, okay, I can really see the progress literally everywhere. My face, like everywhere. And I had to share. Week 11, I have another non-scale victory. This shirt, I don't remember the last time I wore this shirt, but I do remember that I wore it to the Museum of Illusions when I went. I don't remember exactly when I went. I want to say it was sometime in January. But I will take a screenshot of the outfit of the day that I did for TikTok or Instagram or something like that. And I want to put it side by side. Maybe I'll stand here so I can put the picture right here and see the difference. Like, this shirt, it never used to have this much space in it. Like, what? Look at this. Y'all see my booty? My booty's been looking good. Like, I did a TikTok yesterday. I uploaded it. And I was like, girl, like, ooh, get it. Yeah. Anyways, I had to share that with you because this is very exciting. All right, week 11 weigh-in. I weighed in at 296.8, which is down 0.6 pounds, which is about a little over half of a pound. I am down a total of 23.2 pounds in 11 weeks, which I am so incredibly excited for. I have another non-scale victory to share with you guys. I finished 75 soft, gentle. I was calling it 75 gentle, but 75 soft is more hashtag and a word you can use that people are searching for. So let's just call it 75 soft. I finished 75 soft. I finished it on Friday. So I'm excited. I mean, for 75 soft, I lost 22.6 pounds in 75 days, which I am really, really, really proud of. Like, I'm just so incredibly proud of that. But yeah, and now I'm down a total of 23.2. And here's the thing that I love that happened. So usually when I would do 75 soft or 75 hard in the past, especially 75 hard, and I can get 75 hard is intense. 75 hard is real intense. So when you're like that last couple of weeks, you're just waiting for it to be over. You're just like, oh, what day am I on? What day am I on? Like, oh my gosh, I just cannot wait to finish this challenge. And then you really feel like you have to take a break from that challenge because it is so challenging. Well, going into creating 75 Soft for myself, I didn't create 75 Soft, but just like creating a routine for me to do for 75 days, I was like, what do we want our days to look like, regardless if we're doing a challenge or not? And I was like, well, I could move my body for 20 minutes a day. That's not bad. Like, I could do more, but on those days where I'm just not feeling it, I could do 20 minutes. So I said, all right, we'll do 20 minutes of exercise. Here's the reason why I love 75 Soft so much is the fact that it has a list of goals written out for you every single day. And they're goals that I want to do anyways. So it's a challenge, but it's not so challenging that I feel like I need a break from it. And that's where we're going with this. You have every day in front of you your list of goals. And these are the habits that I want for myself every single day. So I love this because it has my goals listed out, and as I complete them, I can just click off my to-do list, and then at the end of the day, it turns green, and it just makes me happy. It makes me happy, and anything at this point in my life that makes me happy, brings me joy, or makes me feel like I'm doing something to bring me closer to the person that I want to be, I'm gonna keep doing it. So that's why I love doing this, but I wanted to say, like, I created it in a way where it's challenging, but it's not so challenging that I felt like I needed to take a break from it. So when I was on day 75, I said, all right, Jill, what are we doing? Are we going and starting day 1 tomorrow? Are we doing round 2? Like, what are we doing? And I was like, I don't know. Do I want to not work out tomorrow? And then I thought about not working out on Saturday, and I was like, no, I want to do a workout. And I was like, well, let's just start 75 Soft all over again. So I'm going to be documenting it on more so than I did this last journey. I'm going to be doing it more consistently on TikTok. So if you guys want to follow me over on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. That's in the description box. But basically, we're round 2. And the only thing that I changed was I just added that I have to do 15. I have to list out. So normally I do 10 things I'm grateful for. And this time I'm doing 15 things that I'm grateful for. So here's the thing too. If you guys haven't noticed, I am doing things and I am building these habits and I'm creating these new habits. However, I'm not going full force into things. Some days, if you guys look at, how many steps I'm getting in, and especially if you go follow me on TikTok and you'll see like, oh, she's getting this many steps in a day or whatever. I'm not killing myself. Like on this bingo card, if you guys want to know more about my bingo cards, I will have a playlist for you guys to go check out. But I have for every day except Sunday, which is my rest day, to get in at least 5,500 steps. That is your goal. And some people might look at that and be like, are you kidding me? But here's the thing. Most days, like the majority of the days, I get in more than that. However, there are some days where I really struggle just to get in that 5.5. And it's on those days where I need things to be not so intense. You know what I mean? Because when you have things so high, you set the bar and the level so high, and you have those days where you just need a day to just kind of like not get in, not be so intense or everything be so intense. That's when I personally start to see myself as a failure and like, oh, I couldn't do it. And so when you set the bar a little lower, but still challenging, because you're going to have those days, I have found for me, it's helping me be more successful. But also like daily affirmations, y'all, so freaking important. And some people don't like love the idea of affirmations. It's not me saying I have $20,000, which there's nothing wrong with that because I've done that before. But I'm talking about positive affirmations to remind me who I am, to remind me, like I'll just read out a few. And then I also have this, it's called Spark Weight Loss Motivation. I am worthy of investing time and effort into caring for myself and reaching my goals. Am I gonna feel bad reading this? No, like it just makes me feel so good, especially if I'm struggling. Like I will just go on my apps and I will just read positive affirmations. I am in control of my decisions and actions, and I choose being the important imperative word here. I choose to create a healthier lifestyle. I'm not forcing myself. I'm not making myself. I'm choosing to create a healthier lifestyle. My body deserves love and respect regardless of its current weight or size. I am not alone in my weight loss journey. So there's another one on this app that will say there are others that are struggling and going through this journey just like me. So I love that one, but this one's good too because there are professionals who can guide and support you. It's just a craving. You have the power to resist it. Now, I do like to say, because like cravings we can give into, because I feel like that's a little line we're trying not to cross. Like cravings are okay. Urges, binging is not. If we do it, it's fine, and we're going to forgive ourselves and we're going to move on. But we are trying our best to not give into urges. So I like to say it's just a urge. You have the power to resist it. Every time I resist, again, it says craving, but I'm gonna say urge. Every time I resist an urge, I am one step closer to achieving my weight loss goals and becoming the best version of myself. Download this app, read these affirmations every single day, and tell me that they're not going to eventually put you in a mindset of believing, holy crap, I can do this. This, I'm telling you, I've said from the beginning, mindset. I mean, obviously there's a lot more things that go into it, but really focusing on that mindset, and that's what these daily affirmations are doing. Then I also have the app called I Am. I try to always live in the present moment. I wake up feeling strong. I am getting rid of fears. My future is optimistic. Like, I love these kind of affirmations. So yeah, and then listening to motivational podcasts. Oh my gosh, I listen to Chris Terrell, and I'm also trying to find like other motivational people. Right now, it's just not hitting like Chris is. So I'm just gonna keep listening to what's working. But I listened to one that I think everyone needs to go listen to. I will link it down below in the description box. It is called Your Weight Loss Secret Weapon is right. I think it's called Right Next to You. Is right next to you. It's like the words are scrolling across slowly, so I had to. Anyways, go listen to that podcast. I'm serious. It is so freaking good. Even if you're not on a weight loss journey, you need to go listen to that podcast because it talks about people and it talks about not allowing your current situation to determine your success, and basically like looking at it from a different lens, looking at it from a different perspective, and how that can really, truly make such a huge difference. And it does, and it will. And if you keep practicing this stuff, I'm telling you, it works. I literally, y'all know, day 90 is coming up. I'm scared about it. I talked about it. I wrote myself a letter. I had to read this letter 3 times yesterday because I wanted to eat so freaking bad. I was stressed out. I was feeling lonely. I was sad. My kids were gone. They were off doing their things with their friends. I was here alone. I could have went out, but I'm like, no, it's my rest day. I don't want to do any of that. But and then I started like trying to budget, and then I started getting really stressed out, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And there's like all these decisions that I had to make where my budget was concerned, and it was just really stressing me out. And so I was literally just pacing my house yesterday, pacing here, and just feeling like I'm going crazy. So I read this so many times yesterday, and I was reading it, I was crying, I was just reminding myself, like, I am worth it. This is not worth it. Like, going and eating, like, I literally am not even kidding. I will read a part of this to you. And it was just basically talking about how my life used to look like and how I don't want it to be anymore. And I said, I mean, you literally ate until you felt physical pain. And I put this thing down, like I was holding it like this, and I went like this, and I was like, but I want to feel the pain right now. Like, I don't care. Like, I was literally, and then I stopped myself and I said, Jill, you're literally acting like a toddler. And I was like, I know, I don't care that I'm acting like a toddler. I just want to eat. I don't care. And I wrote this letter to myself because I knew that there was going to be a point where I was going to start feeling that. Like, I don't care. I know what the consequences would be of me giving in to this urge. And I know I'm going to have that F it mindset. And even though I was having that F it mindset, I kept reading. Listen, y'all. When you have been in a marriage like I have been in, you go through life sometimes feeling like you have to hide or change who you are as a person. No, you really do have to change who you are as a person. And as you get further and further and further away from that relationship, you start to realize that you're safe. And you start to realize that you don't have to hide to who you are anymore. You don't have to put a mask on for someone else. And you also don't have to run. And so I literally wrote that to myself. And so as I'm sitting here, reading and having a temper tantrum, like, but I just want this to go away. I don't want to deal with this right now. I just want to eat, and I want to feel that physical pain. Like, how? And I was sitting there like, Jill, like, come on, you know you don't want to feel it. Like, you would be so uncomfortable. You would not be like, no, it's not like, obviously as I'm like having my temper tantrum, I'm talking myself out of it, but that's just how strong it was yesterday. Even as I'm reading this to myself, and I just kept reading it over and over and over. And every time I got to that part where I said, you don't have to run anymore. You don't have to hide. You are safe. You can trust yourself and others again. It was just like, I got so emotional because I really feel like that is what I was doing with continuing to go to food, because food was my comfort. Food was my friend. Food was the one thing that never let me down. That was my mindset. But in reality, if you think about it, food is the reason why I look the way that I do and why people treat me differently today than they did. And someone mentioned doing a video on the struggles of being morbidly obese, and I will do it, and how I am treated differently, because I used to be 140 pounds, and oh boy, do the men treat me way different now than they used to. And just people in general, girls actually, women actually treated me not so nice back then. I don't know if anyone then had that experience, but me as a thin woman working in the industry that I worked in, which was just working as a cocktail waitress, woo, girls did not like me. They did not like me. And I was like, I'm just coming in here trying to make my money. So I actually had both realities where women hated me and men freaking loved me. So it was definitely something that I wasn't used to, but now I feel like it's the other way around. Women love me, men, I'm not going to say they hate me, but I'm invisible to most of them, and it's okay. But I feel like I wanted to be invisible because I feel like I did not want to be visible to people because of what I went through and just the fear around letting people in again. And that doesn't include just men, just people in general. Maybe one day I will read this letter to you guys, because it's come in handy already. And I love that I'm doing this for myself, because I know I'm worth it. Here on the margins, I put, I love you. I put, you've got this. I put, you beat one addiction and you left your ex. I'm obviously put his name. I'm not going to tell you his name. And then I put in parentheses, while in panic state, because I don't know if you guys know that about me. I had severe panic attacks, just from having to live in survival mode for so long. I don't live in that panic state anymore, and I'm so thankful and so grateful for that. And then I said, you can do this too. Whew. Around this time, 7 years ago, I left him, and it changed my life forever. And I changed it for the better. But some memories do start to come up, And especially just reading this and like reminding myself, and I also put you are worth it because I know that I am. And for the longest time, I didn't think that I was. So I highly recommend, if you are struggling with your self-worth, especially if you've, regardless, self-confidence, self-worth, but especially if you were in a relationship, no matter if it was like parents, friend, coworker, because narcissists are everywhere, and not everyone who is emotionally abusive is a narcissist, but I just use the word narcissist. So emotional abuse, if you have experienced emotional abuse in any way and it has changed your belief about yourself, I really think that you need to take some time out to focus on who you are, not who they say you are, who you truly are. Because for the longest time, I remember going into therapy when I was leaving him and preparing to leave him, and my therapist sitting me down and saying like, tell me 3 good things about yourself. And the only thing I could ever think of is like, I'm a good mom. I'm a good mom. She'd be like, what else? I'd be like, It was that bad. I could not even come up with 3 things. Well, 2 things. I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even come up with 1 thing as to what I was, like what I brought to the table, what was like the good qualities about me. I was that freaking damaged. I hated myself that much. And I allowed what that man did to me. I allowed it because I hated myself so much. And self-love, that is something too that is so crucial to this journey. If you don't love yourself, you're going to give up, because you're going to get to that effort point and you're just going to be like, who cares? Whatever. Like, I don't want this anyways. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people don't want me. People don't like me. I'm this, I'm that. You're telling yourself all these lies. I'm this. So why not eat? It feels good. The reason why people emotional eat is because it works. It works in the moment to give you that release that you're looking for. The same reason why people go to drugs. The same reason why people drink alcohol and abuse alcohol. It's because it works. So now we're trying to find, and we are finding things that we can do that work. So after I read this letter and after I started pacing, I went and I did yoga. That definitely made me feel better. And then after that, it started coming up again. So then I went and I listened to one of my motivational podcasts. So I did that. And then I was like, okay, like it's coming up again. And then I went and I watched a motivational video on YouTube about weight loss and just kept myself busy. And I was almost at the point where I was like, I'm just going to go color because I really have been enjoying that lately. And I was like, no, let me go do this instead. So I just kept myself busy, and I went to coping mechanism to coping mechanism to coping mechanism to coping mechanism, and nowhere in there did I turn to food yesterday. So that was huge. That was another non-scale victory that I had to share with you guys, because that is the biggest. That feels better than all of the clothes and all of the everything that I shared with you, because it's hard. It's hard getting through it, and the fear of that day 90 and the fact that I haven't gotten below, you guys see, like 294. I can't remember if it's 294 or 293. I haven't gotten below that number in years. I mean, since my divorce, I want to say. And there was always something about that number and that day 90. It was either or. It was one of the two. And sometimes they coincided and they were right there next to each other. And this time, they're right there next to each other. But I don't care. I'm going to get below 290, 294, 293. I'm going to be 280. What was it? When I am 281 pounds, which I will be, months down the road, I will have lost 50 pounds. That is amazing. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to freaking do it. All right. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about, but I feel like I went on a whole different, but that's okay. This video went where it needed to go, and it's probably long, but I'm just going to keep it that way because someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear this. I know someone does. So 296.8, that's 0.6 pounds down for a total of 23.2. I was talking about 75 soft. I'm doing 75 soft again. I just picked right up. I picked right up. So I was just like, Saturday is day one, round two, let's do this. And the only thing I changed was, instead of writing 10 gratitude entries or like 10 things on my gratitude entry, it's now 15 things. And I wanted to keep it that way because, again, I don't want anything that's too intense. But over time, especially if I keep doing 75 soft, which I know I'm going to keep doing my bingo cards. And on my bingo cards, I have on here, got in 5.5 steps every day except Sunday. Every month, it's going to go up by like 250 steps. I can't remember. But it's progressively getting harder, and it's going to get harder as it needs to get harder. You know what I mean? Anyways, I love you guys. This video is really, really, really long. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Don't forget about my channel membership if you guys want early access to these videos. And leave me a comment. Like this video. I will see you guys in the next one.